Hey everybody, it is Wednesday morning here at Maddox Games and Comics, 205 North Hill Street in London, Kentucky. That's right, we are at the new location now. For those who might not be aware, feel free to stop in. It is awesome. Right up here beside Carousel Florist in London. We had an awesome midnight sale last night for those of you who may not have had a chance to see it. And we were able to have the Dark Knight Metal midnight release event, which went swimmingly. It went swimmingly. We were able to sell all the DC books as well. DC Metal, for those of you who may have missed the release party, we're out of variants, folks. Completely out of all variants. What's up, Marcus?
Nothing. I just came in to sit in my chair.
Well,
Does it push you out of the picture if I sit in my chair?
maybe.
Maybe.
Not a lot of room back here.
No?
Not a lot of
You
room.
want to sit in my lap?
Oh, man. Let's see.
So you were up late.
I was up very late.
Yeah.
I was up very late.
Doing all the stuff.
Doing some stuff, man.
What'd you
Selling some
think?
comics like crazy.
Yeah.
People were really digging
I
it.
like the new chalk on the chalkboard. That was pretty awesome.
That was. McKaylee knocked that out
Really?
before she left. She's like, I'll draw this. I was like, you do it. And she did.
Nice.
That was good.
Multi-talented McKaylee.
That's right.
I would have thought it was Kristen. Where's Kristen this morning? Doesn't she usually do your comic book, pre-show with you?
She does. Normally, Kristen is here normally, but she's here in spirit. Like, there's actually a spirit of Kristen here. You walked right through her a moment ago. No, she's actually on the phone with the Mythical Diamond trying to get our computer system up and going so that way we can ring up comics today.
There's something wrong with our computer system?
Yeah, the comic suite thing where we put in all the comics, it's acting weird. It's one of those things you have to talk to a technician for.
That's why we took the big gun when we bought
Yeah.
that system. We bought the 5 years unlimited support thing. It was expensive. It was like an extra $3,000. But I just thought, for a guy who has a hard time running a flip phone, because I still had a flip phone at the time, it's probably a good idea to get the big support package.
That's true. Although they did do the deal yesterday when she got a hold of them, they were like, well, we're leaving for the day in a few moments, so we'll get to you tomorrow. So,
Well,
yeah. That's
Well,
some
we've
work
had the
ethic.
system for 6 years, and we had 5 years of unlimited support, so they're probably thinking maybe we should know it by
Yeah.
now. I don't know.
Jason, I do not. I do not get any sleep. There'll be time for that at some point
When you're dead.
when I'm dead.
Sam Elliott said that in Roadhouse.
Spence,
So, yeah,
Spain.
you got a lot of new books today.
How was the midnight release? Spence, the midnight release went awesome. It went great. Everybody was able to grab up the metal stuff they were after, I think. Do we have issue number 4 of the Marvel Darth Vader to sell? That did not come out today, Scott. Today is regular Star Wars and Poe Dameron. Those came out for today's release.
What is this book? Hookers?
Lookers.
Look. Oh. Well, you can understand why I thought it might be Hookers.
That's true.
Oh, the back cover's as good as the front. Nice. So, yeah, cool. Well, I'll let you
We got-
carry on with your thing.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
This is all right. All right. I'm just gonna take a nap. I had somebody call me this morning at 3:45 and wanted to know if we were ready to hire them. This is not someone I've met personally,
Yeah.
and it's not someone that I've interviewed yet. But he feels that I promised him a job because I told him I would give him an interview.
Well,
3:45 in the morning, he began texting me. I printed it out just in case I go missing because I wanted the police to know who did it because, Joe Mason is his initials, and he's a little bit fucking crazy because I printed 11 pages of shit. So, yeah, that's interesting for today.
that's
I see
true.
you got some Spider-Man 2 in.
Yeah, Spider-Man 2. Yeah, the team up of
Spider-Man?
it's a team up of Peter Parker and Miles Morales. This time they're going to find out cuz Miles Morales from the Ultimate Universe, then he came into the regular Marvel. Well,
Oh,
obviously in the
I
regular
know.
Marvel there was also a Miles Morales. I mean, there's someone in each
Wasn't
dimension.
there a Spider-Man from India too?
There is. Yeah, that was an alternate dimensional Spider-Man as well. But the big question is, now that Miles Morales, the Spider-Man, is in the regular Marvel Universe, well, where's the regular Miles Morales that is from the Marvel Universe? I mean, obviously there's a Miles running around who was on that Earth. That's kind of what this book's leading into.
Oh,
Finding out who that Miles is.
okay.
Of course, in the close-up window, that is Dark Knight Metal. That is the foil-stamped regular cover. We do have limited supply of that now. We sold
Pretty,
a...
isn't it? See that?
I would say we
Oh,
sold
yeah.
quite a few. We sold at least 6 last night.
What did we sell them for?
They're
$20?
$5. Their cover price is $5.
I think I might buy the rest of these and just put them away for myself for a couple weeks and then sell them for $1 million.
Thanks, Dan. We appreciate that.
What did he say?
Diane said we're awesome.
Well, that's true. Was she talking to you or me, do you think?
I think she said you guys. I think Maddox in general.
Maddox.
Yeah, Juan, we're just talking this morning. On Wednesday mornings, New Comic Day, we get on here in the mornings. We just chat about new books coming out. We chat about TV, movies, whatever you like. We chat it up. It's totally up to you. You guys control it in the comments. We went down some rabbit holes before talking about random subjects.
Drew Curry says metal for $5.
At noon, Drew.
Oh, come on. I'll put it.
You put him up? All right. We're going to get you one, Drew. Let's get him a I think I got some bags of boards on the table there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's what you are. I see what you are saying.
We're doing your system.
Yeah.
Right on the back.
Yeah, it's gotten a little better. We figured out something. It's pretty simple, really. Instead of moving the tag all over it, we just write it on the back. It'll say Drew Curry $5 right there on the back. That way, if the tag fell off, it wouldn't matter because our packer would still know who it goes to.
Drew Curry.
Drew Curry? I can't put Jerry Drewery?
Is that what you were doing?
Yeah.
He did write Jerry on it.
How many R's in Curry?
2. C-U-R-R-Y. Maybe that's what was getting the Jerry thing, was the Curry. It was throwing you off.
All right. There we go. Jerry Drewery and Curry.
Sean, do you want a medal for 5? We can get you a medal for 5.
Man, what is going on? We're selling stuff already this morning we didn't even mean to. Shit's happening, be going on and stuff. I'll tell you what, man. Dang old thing. Shoot. All right. So who's seen Atypical? The TV show Atypical on Netflix. It's pretty good. I hope they make a comic book out of that. I would read it. Who got this one?
That is Sean Foster.
S-H-A-W-N?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sean Foster got a copy of Metal. There you go. Anything can happen. It's like magic. It's like Disney over here. All the time. So what are you guys looking forward to besides DC Metal? Are there any comics this week that you are like, oh, man, that's coming out, and I'm excited? What is that one? Batman. That's right. New Batman. Part of the, the Jokes and Riddles storyline, which is the Riddler versus the Joker.
Yeah. That's a good one. What are we starting to sell? Are we starting
This is one that I'm excited about. This is Southern Bastards. Southern Bastards hasn't come out in
months.
Yeah, it's like 6 months now at this point, and it drives me crazy. But every time a book comes out, I just forgive them because it's so friggin' good. And this looks to be no different, as this guy looks like Charles Bronson with a monkey he's feeding peanuts. It's fine. It's fine that they were delayed. I understand that they had to create something magical, and they did it. We've also got a comic that
I don't know. You think those are like $25? Or?
No, they're a lot less than that.
Oh, well, we obviously can't sell it at that price.
Yeah,
because it doesn't even cover the bag and board.
Yeah.
I'd say, well, let's put them up and see if anybody wants to give us $2.
$2.
Yeah,
All
$2. They come with a bag and board.
Yeah, we got this new Sheena today coming in. It's not really a book that's great for the sale. It's better for like an in-store deal, but we'll have some on the sale. This is Sheena, Queen of the Jungle. I do have variants of her that we'll have on the sale. But Sheena, Queen of the Jungle, issue 0. It is a quarter price tag. There's no way we can sell it to you for a quarter on the sale and make that work. But it'll come to you bagged and boarded for $2 on the Sheena. So for you guys who might be interested in that, we'll let you know. What is that? Oh, yeah, this.
Oh, my God. It's not even in the frame.
Oh, no. We got the close-up for the sale thing. We're not, normally, we don't sell things on this. This is the Batman 357. For you guys who may have missed it yesterday, this was claimed and wasn't paid for. And this was during our massive Jason Todd night we had a few weeks ago. It is the first appearance of Jason Todd, the first appearance of Killer Croc, 2 double key issue Batman 357 for $110.
Magnum. It's Batman Magnum.
Yep. $110. First appearance of Jason Todd, who later became the Red Hood, and Killer Croc, who, lives in the sewer.
Was that like 25?
That is 6.
6?
Yep.
Oh, there's a big markup.
Well, to be fair, we had a stack of them like that last night.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
And
$6.
Like we had five.
In a cover.
We had 5 other variants to go with it, including the midnight release variant and the one per store variant that was $75 that we sold immediately.
Oh no! I was gonna send that in for grading. $75. I hate to make that kind of money.
Oh, I didn't get home at 2 a.m., Dennis. I got home at 3. I had another stop to do before I hit the house.
Oh man! What if your girlfriend hears about that, man?
She doesn't care.
Oh,
She doesn't care at this point. She doesn't care. We're moving. She doesn't care. All that's on her mind is getting stuff packed. She would not care what I did. She doesn't care. She's happy I'm staying busy.
So you're saying she knows about you and Ken?
Well, she's not happy with it. I mean, she feels like I can do better.
That's what I told Ken.
Speaking of, he's got a massive gash in his head.
What?
He cracked his head on the big AC unit.
Ooh.
And I mean, it is like straight to the bone. It was just like a indention in his head.
Did he go to the doctor, get some staples in it, or just tape it up?
No tape, no nothing. Just a big blood clot, basically.
Jesus Christ. That guy.
His body heal itself like Wolverine. I'm sure, right? Like that's how it works. Last night was crazy, Dennis. It was crazy, awesome, crazy, awesome.
Getting crazy over here.
How much for the lot? I don't know what we're talking about, Spence.
$80.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. If he wants to give me $80, I'll send him a lot of something.
The Batman Red Death. I'm not sure, Sean. Metal just started, and they've got like 8 or 9 tie-ins coming out. Red Death, I will say, will be a couple months out because I think it's just in this previews to order. So I think it'll be a little bit. All of those tie-ins are going to be a few months out, I believe. I think Metal will probably be out for a few months before they get into the tie-ins with all the Batman stuff. If I'm just guessing. Oh, Dark Knight's Metal. I've only got the 2 copies left. It would be $11 if you wanted the that variant and a regular copy. That's all we have left. We sold all the other variants last night, every single one of them. That's literally the last variant for Metal we have in the store. And I had stacks of each last night, and we just sold all of them at midnight, the midnight release event. Sweet, Dennis. 920. Yeah, it's still got a while. Who are you getting it signed by? Snyder and Capullo? I got to say, they're my favorite Batman team. My favorite Batman team ever. Ever. Like, I think when it comes down the line, like, I mean, I know it's fresh for people now, and they're like, nah. I think that when it comes down to it, that the new 52 Batman will be the best, like, continual series by a group of creators on that character in the history of the character. Holy cow, really? Was it like a delayed thing? Like he was hit and then like it took a while? Snyder, oh man, the whole team. That's awesome, Dennis. You can do that at New York Comic Con? Yeah, Drew, if you want to, send it over our way. Benjamin will check in the private message. Yeah, we'll post it up. Drew's got a calendar of all the Metal releases. Yeah, so he can send it to us. Yeah, we'll put it up. Oh, they are coming to Cincy? That's a close one for me. Well, semi-close, couple hours. Man, I just hardly ever get a chance to make it to cons at this point. Like, it's just tough to plan for them. Like, between the weekends I have the kids, and while it's like, yeah, you can take your kids to the cons, it's like, when I don't get to see them, and then when I get them, it's like, oh, we're going to go to the super crowded place and not get to really it's tougher. It's tougher for me to do that. And then between that and the wrestling shows and everything else, like, it's tough for me to get to conventions. But I would like to see Steiner Capital. I know last year, man, they had Eric Powell, they had Terry Moore, or Tony Moore. I think it's Tony. Is Tony Moore's convention the Cincy convention? I know he's got a convention he puts on near the area. All right, cool. Thanks, Drew. Sure, we'll get it up there. The again, of course, the sale today will go live at noon. At noon, we'll have all the stuff that you could possibly want. New release wise, I'm not gonna have a ton of the DC issues because we sold so many last night. I'm not gonna have a lot of them out here. But if something happens and we sell through them, I can always have to make a run to into the main store and grab some more. Now that we're back, of course, in the actual new store at 205 North Hill Street in London, Kentucky. It's at the corner of 7th Street and Hill Street there beside of the Carousel Florist. Fantastic 8,000 square foot retail space. If you have time to make the drive up here, especially on a Wednesday on a new comic day, that's a great day because I'm here. Marcus is here. Jim will be here later on today. We're all here on Wednesdays, and if you got the time, come in, buy some comics, talk to us, even if the sale's going. You know, I'm going to have Tosh come up here and stand or something. I can go back here and say hi to you at least. You know, all that stuff works out. Oh, Tony Moore stopped his? Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Is he going to be there as Kane, or is he going to be there as mayoral, or, yeah, I guess mayoral candidate, Glenn Jacobs, or governor candidate? The best thing if you want to meet Kane is go down to Knoxville to one of the Glenn Jacobs political fundraisers. And you can hang out with Kane the whole night, and he talk you up. All right. Cool. The store's about to open. We're about to start a new comic day here at the store. We're about to open the doors, get things ready. We usually have some people waiting outside. I think we'll probably do the same today. And they'll be in here picking up metal and picking up everything else. All kinds of titles today. I've got a whole box of variants that I'm going to be going through here between now and noon and getting priced and ready for you guys. So lots of variant issues for books. We also got a couple new issues of the True Believers Marvel reprints. One of them is I think the Eternals. It's one of the Jack Kirby ones, and then I think a Captain America. I think they're both part of the Jack Kirby 100th anniversary celebration. So we'll have those up on the sale as well. All kinds of stuff. Hey, man, those are a couple good ones to have under your belt, though. Triple H is harder and harder to meet nowadays. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Is that the one where it's like a Joker Batman or the Joker is Batman? I can't tell. With this alternate dimension stuff, it's going to take some time, I think, for me to. But I'm guessing it's just a Joker is a Batman. Or maybe it's a Bruce Wayne was turned into a Joker. I don't know. It's cool, right? It'll sell like crazy. But yeah, that's even when we haven't even ordered those yet. Those have been in the new previews. We won't order those till the end of the month. So yeah, they're a few months out. Are you guys having any like start and stop glitches on your video right now? Let me know in the feed. That's something we've had people talking about the last couple of days, and I'm not real sure on the workaround on it. I changed the resolution. I dropped it down to just 720, which is what all the Facebook can do. I dropped the frame rate down, thinking that maybe we were just putting too much info into the OBS system for the live streaming to make it work. But we're hardwired into the modem. I mean, it should be running smooth, so I'm not sure. We'd probably be interested, Dennis. You know, as long as they're, you know, trade for the right price or whatever. You can private message us photos of those, and we'll check them out. And we don't like doing a lot of stuff through the mail, but I know you're in New York or whatever. Pretty sure you're in New York. But we can check them out and let you know what we might be able to do on them. Yeah, There's times where it's really bad though, from supposedly, and I hate that for guys that it's not nice and smooth. I'm gonna try to find a workaround on that too. I'm gonna look it up. Jim will be here in a little bit, like I said. I'm gonna have him look at it too. What is going on? What was that? The printer? Is that what that noise was? Because this light just went like nuts.
I don't know. That was weird. Okay.
I think it was. I think it was that thing must pull a lot of juice, like when it starts up. The Defender starts this week. That is awesome, Diane. Normally I would stream that thing in a day, like I would take, but we've got a lot going on. We signed the lease papers this morning before I left the house, so I'm going to work on moving, and then I got the kids, and got a wrestling show this weekend. But I'm going to have to watch the Defenders. I'm going to watch it as quickly as possible, so it's going to be a race for me. And every free second, I'll be watching a little bit of the Defenders. I started picking up some of the Marvel Legends this last week. I found I got Punisher and Daredevil from the Netflix series. The Punisher figure is outstanding. They started using the new face paint technique that SH Figure Arts uses, where it's like a digital face scan paint application. So the face is shaded just real. They're doing it on all the Star Wars Hasbro, or the Star Wars Black Series 6-inch figures coming up. I think they did it on the 2-pack for San Diego Comic-Con, if I'm not mistaken. I know they're doing it on the Commander Rex figure, which is going to be at the HasCon. But the Punisher has it, and it looks really good. Marcus likes comic books. What? What? Well, you're in the wrong place, pal. I'm behind on Game of Thrones. I'm sadly behind on Game of Thrones. Marcus is very much like Alf, for you who may not be aware of the 80s sitcom. They're comparable in a lot of ways. The cat eating be the primary one, really. And probably the only one, but I feel like that's enough of a comparison to Alf if you're eating cats. Good morning, Thomas. Life. I know, man. I know. Sad life. All right, we got tons of stuff coming up. At noon today, we're going to open the store. I'm going to start looking up some variants, get stuff ready for the noon sale. We will be here. We got everything from Marvel, Image, DC, all of it coming up today. For you guys who got a hold of all those metal variants last night, good for you. And for those of you who didn't, well, hey, we're still going to have some regular copies of metal, and we still got one variant there for $6, which I'll sell you right now if you want it. If somebody wants to buy that for $6 right now before I turn this off, I'll get it for you. But otherwise, we'll wait till noon. A little bit of everything. We got some new graphic novels came in. I'll be bringing those up, a few of those. Collectible-wise, not a lot hit this week, so it's mostly going to be graphic novels and comics. But still, it's going to be a good time. It's going to be at noon Eastern Standard Time. So, it'll be about time for you to grab some lunch. Some of you to go into work. And we just suggest you sit in the parking lot and just watch the sale because they can do without you for an hour or so. It's completely fine. Completely fine. You'll take the metal, Chuck? All right, put metal for $6, Chuck, in the feed, and I'll get that metal for you. No Wonder Woman metal left, man. We had like 9 or 10 copies. Gone. The Jim Lee one. Metal for $6 to Chuck. All right, man. Let me get this down for you. All right, that got it, and it's time to go. So, hey, it worked out for everybody. And enjoy this thing. There we go. McKaylee's artwork there, the Dark Knights of Metal. Pretty cool. And, yep, we'll see you at noon for more of this action, selling comics.